Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Wizardry Labyrinth of Lost Souls. I'm gonna have to keep this one a little shorter. Okay, we immediately get into a fight. Thanks for that game. I kind of wanted to say a thing, but fine. Okay, these fighters are frightening, so I'm gonna huge shield. And, oh, Valrus is running low on magic, isn't he? Let's try Dark Cloud on the fighters. I guess Cecily is freaking out and can't do anything. Alright, let's Sogeki Hamon Nojin the priestesses. I don't know if I need to huge shield against the priestesses. Probably not. Try to assassinate that fighter. Just flame arrow the front. Okay, good. Cecily is over herself. Nice work. She literally assassinated him. Didn't just kill him with damage, but also was that a priestess who hit me with a who hit Ridge with a fire spell and did a pretty significant amount of damage? It must have been. I don't think the kobolds would cast spells like that. So. Yep, I underestimated the priestesses. They're kind of scary too. Go ahead and huge shield them. Keep bombarding them with spells. I guess Cecily should step it up and bombard them with spells too. Okay, good. That's the end of them. I'm not worried about the kobolds. Okay. And go ahead and heal Ridge now. Yeah, there's definitely a bug where she's using her damage voice lines when she's casting healing spells, which I guess is kind of funny, but also very silly. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm going to have to keep this one a little shorter, because I have an appointment. Well, appointment's maybe not the right word. A friend invited me to go play some golf, so I'm going to do that. I guess it's kind of an appointment. That's it. So yeah, this can't be an hour-long video or something. I think about 40 minutes maximum in order to not be late. And Ridge noticed a secret door. Okay, more enemies. What are we facing now? Level 11 War Tigers are potentially scary. I haven't noticed kobolds be scary at any level. I'm sure if they're high enough level they can be. Are we in an anti-magic zone? I guess we must be, because nobody can cast spells, so that makes things a little scarier. Otherwise I definitely would have thrown spells at those War Tigers. Okay, she failed to hide. I'll try again. And hopefully she can assassinate a War Tiger next turn. Good, I was hoping that the kobold would have fallen by the time Ridge was able to Sogeki Hamon Nojin, although his damage was real low. Let's huge shield, assassinate. Nice. Good job, Izumi. Man, these War Tigers have hit points. Good. Alright, Radar only takes 1 point of damage from them, so stacking all that high defense stuff on him and having him use huge shield is a pretty decent defensive technique. And we got a couple weapons and a treasure chest. And Ridge gained a level. One hit point, Ridge. I borderline want to reload to get that level over again. That's ridiculous. Ridge has gotten so many garbage levels in terms of hit points. I honestly might reload that. That's so terrible. 1 hit point, and it's not like that's a fluke. He's gotten tons of awful hit point rolls. What did she say it was? Poison Needle. It'll depend on what equipment we just got. If we got good equipment, like those weapons are really awesome, then I guess I'll keep it. But if not, we're reloading that. That's just... I'd accept it if he hadn't gotten so many bad hit point rolls in a row, but it's just been bad roll after bad roll. It's really starting to hurt in terms of his hit points being terrible. Okay, none of this is interesting at all, except the... who was it who had the other thing? Feather Cap. The Feather Cap is Defense 2, Dodge 2, Accuracy 1, improves luck, poor against creatures, good against animals. Very arbitrary distinction, but that's just what the game mechanics call them. Is that good enough to make up for that terrible level? I don't know that it is. Accuracy 1, Dodge 2, Defense 2. Certainly not an amazing piece of kit. I guess I'll... Oh, who can even use it? Lords, Samurai, and Ninjas cannot. Huh. Is Radar wearing any headgear? I don't think he is. So I can give this to Radar. You know what? I'm gonna reload. That's not that good a piece of gear. Oh, what the heck? I don't have repeat on. Okay. My computer crashed and I had to restart it, so a lot of things are a little goofed up. That was my bad. Okay, let's reload. That was just awful. 1 hit point after a long string of bad hit point rolls. No thanks. A Feather Cap does not make up for that. It wasn't that good a piece of equipment. Alright, what are we facing here? Nothing frightening. Just kill them normally. Excellent. Armor received. Not use. Gosh dang it. Right, we have to identify it first, and Cecily can't identify right now. That's what happened. My muscle memory was just hitting buttons. Alright, here's this secret door. Let's make a save here real quick, actually. Another secret door. Oh, it's the one that we went through one way, and this is a one-way door in the opposite direction. And yeah, this is an anti-magic zone, or anti-spell zone as they call it, but same difference. Oh, we got we got a Feather Cap anyway. That makes me all the more glad that I decided to reload that terrible level. Oh, and we have other things to identify here, but we already know that they're nothing good because we just did identify them. Shoes +2. Wait a minute, isn't that different from what it was before? Is it? Or did I not identify that stuff before? I honestly don't even know, but we have a 3rd Grim Circlet now. That's kind of awesome. Oh wait, Radar can't use that. What am I thinking? Fighters can use that. I keep hitting the wrong button. I'm all flustered for some reason. Samurais and Lords, who are the two that I would really like to be able to use it, cannot. It's slightly annoying. We'll give it to Rakia once she is no longer dead. Funny thing to say, but... Oh wait, no we won't. She's wearing a hat +6. Gosh dang, who gets this then? Ninjas can't use it, so Izumi would be my next choice, but it can't be her. This is actually becoming annoying. Fine, Cecily, I guess. Good grief. There, now Cecily has a nice cap. Very fetching. Okay, what was I doing? Well, we have 3 of the 5 Grim Circlets we need now, so that's good. We're out of the anti-magic zone. At a minimum, I need to recast Levitate. We kind of need that on... Oh! I've been using the slot with Levitate in it. I think Cecily can cast it too, though. She can. Good. Yeah, because there's shock tiles and stuff. You can't afford to go around without levitation, really. Seems like a dead end. Well, no, it's not, because it connects to this, so never mind. What am I even talking about? Okay, what are we up against now? Oh, this is the same group I fought before? No, not the exact same group, but it's similar. In any case, Sogeki them. I'm tempted to use Huge Shield. We learned that the priestesses can be scary. We're not in an anti-spell zone, so we can actually use some of these. Let's try Ice Field. And Ice Burst to get everybody. Damage is low, but getting everybody is nice. Alright, 42, 37, okay. Okay, the priestesses were not scary this time. Good, alright, that takes care of them. Level 7 War Tiger doesn't sound that scary. This may be dangerous, but take off the Huge Shield and help attack. Okay, he can withstand 20 damage. It's not great, because we'll have to heal him up. A few hits like that, and he's hurting pretty badly, but... I wonder if the level 9 Scorpion is scary. It might be. Let's Flame Arrow it. And Cecily Flame Arrow it too. Nice job, Izumi. Alright, that takes care of that. And we got a sword. And we may get a level up. Okay, don't gain 1 hit point, Ridge. That's absurd. Oh, okay, that's not great. 15 is still not that good for a frontliner when you've been getting a lot of bad rolls, but it's better than 1, so I guess I'll take it. 26 is acceptable. That's not bad. Okay, 9, not amazing, but for backliners, it's not horrendously terrible. A bomb, you say? Radar got a tool. What kind of sword is this? Oh, a long sword. So the katana's better. 26 to 81 times 3. Yes, much better. Not even a contest, really. We could just end up selling it then. Yeah, everybody already either has a longsword or something better, so we'll just sell that. That's fine. Worth a bit of money. Vulnerary goes to Valrus, is the keeper of the Vulneraries. Oh, is there anything else to identify? No, I think that was it. I may save that level. It wasn't amazing, but it was a lot better than 1 hit point, so yeah, I'll take it. I should probably heal Ridge up a bit. Oops. Here we go. Healing Touch. Yeah, a situation like that where I literally had just saved so I can reload without losing progress. I've gotten a long string of bad hit point rolls and then I get 1. That is like the most pure situation for reloading a bad level up that I can possibly imagine, really. I kind of do wish that they did more to average out the hit point rolls over time. Like, I'm okay with the fact that they're somewhat random, but I don't know that they actually do anything to force them to be averaged out other than just rely on the fact that, you know, over the course of gaining 30 levels, your chances of getting terrible hit point rolls, the vast majority of the time, are very low. But I think they just rely completely on the fact that random results tend to average out over time. Just mathematically speaking, that's how it works. Ah, okay, we found the elevator, but that's not a guarantee. And relying on that does mean that it is possible. It is by no means impossible to get so many terrible hit point rolls in a row that a character is just screwed. That their hit points are just so bad as to make them practically worthless. I'm not a huge fan of that. To just purely because of the RNG, one of your characters becomes so fragile that they're basically useless and unusable after a while. I don't think that's especially good design. I understand a lot of the appeal of having somewhat randomized level ups instead of having full control over them. There is some fun to it. There's the fun and excitement of seeing if you're going to get a good level up or not. Let's see. Let's Sogeki them. Let's Huge Shield out of caution because we don't know what level they are. Hide. Oh yeah, and Valrus got a level, so he has got his stuff back. Let's Flame Field them. And Flame Field them again. We'll resume the conversation we were having after we complete this battle. And by the way, when I criticize things about this game, don't take that as me like crapping on this game, saying it's a bad game. If I thought that, I wouldn't be playing it. I only play games I like. I love this game. But nothing's perfect, and I will criticize the things that I think are bad, even in something that I like. Oh, nice assassination. So yeah, as I was saying, oops, let's resume our dungeon crawling music. Silly me. I understand the appeal of somewhat randomized level ups, because you get the excitement of seeing, is my level up going to be good or not? It's kind of neat seeing how a character evolves and what things they get randomly, and if things don't go exactly according to plan with how you were hoping they'd level up, then you have to adapt and make changes. And that's kind of fun and neat. And in some ways, it tests player skill in a different way than if you completely control your character's level ups. If you completely control your character's level ups and they're complex, it kind of tests your ability to spreadsheet things out, essentially, and do mathematical planning and logical planning to see, we don't need Huge Shield, these guys are level 6, to see how well you can optimize things out and come up with good character builds. And also just the fun of coming up with character builds is quite enjoyable. So that's kind of what planned and controlled character builds give you, especially in systems with somewhat more complex level ups like Etrian Odyssey. But randomizing the level ups tests a very different skill. It tests your adaptability to be able to just adjust to how your characters evolve over time. So that's fine. However, if the results are so random that just purely through the RNG a character can become worthless, I don't see where the gameplay benefit is in that. That's just, you got screwed through no fault of your own. That's not fun. That's not enjoyable. So it's a design flaw if that's even possible, in my opinion. Now, I believe it's the case that the... Oh, are these the stairs down? They are. But I do want to 100% this floor before we go down, especially because we are struggling slightly on this level, as we can see by looking at Rakia's corpse over there. So I don't think we're ready to go down just yet. Like I was saying, I believe it's the case. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Oops, okay, and now we get into a fight. Okay, level 11 is probably high enough to be a bit scary, so let's Huge Shield and throw some spells at them. See how this goes. Oh, they... How dare you? Izumi's hide attempt failed. It's unfortunate. But it happens. Okay, these guys are enduring what we're throwing at them. Wow, they took 2 Flame Fields and Sogeki Hamon no Jin. Dang. Should I just have her attack? No, let's try having her hide one more time. You guys try to finish off those War Tigers. Go ahead and drop down the Flame Arrow. Excuse me. Dang, they're surviving a lot of damage. I think it's safe to not huge shield this time. Assassinate a War Tiger, if you please. I think the fight's under control. War Tiger down. Okay, 29 damage. That's not nothing, so they're still dangerous. Fine, go ahead and huge shield again. Alright, she got caught. Just attack at this point. Alright, and... dead. Good. Okay. Spell. Let's have Cecily do the healing, because I think she's closer to a level than Radar, because Radar just leveled up. And her mana points will come back, of course, once she levels up. But, okay, yeah, like I was saying, I believe it's the case that your other stats besides hit points adjust over time so that they're not drastically away from their average. So they're kind of random, but they're not so random that you're likely to get just totally awful stats in the long run. But I don't think that's true for the hit points. I think the hit points are honestly just 100% random. Just because I've seen characters get bad or good hit point rolls so many times in a row that if they were doing some forced averaging, it would seem impossible. It seems like it has to just be pure randomness. And I think the hit points should be averaged over time as well. I think that would just be better design. Now granted, I'm saying all this without having ever seen any of the formulas for the game. I don't think anybody knows what they are. I don't think that anybody has ever decompiled the game's source code to find them, and they're never published as far as I know. So anything that is said about how the game's internal workings work is somewhat speculative. But I'm just going by what seems to be the case to my observations, and what I seem to kind of remember reading about the game that other people have figured out. But take a lot of that with a grain of salt, because nobody is 100% sure how all the mechanics work anyway. And obviously, if nobody does, then I am included in that. Excuse me again. Throat got a little scratchy all of a sudden. That's another iron shield. We're suddenly lugging a lot of these things around. Okay, another battle. What do we face this time? Okay, we don't know what level they are, and so out of an abundance of caution, we huge shield when we don't know their level. A lot of defending and looking around going on. Okay, they must be pretty low level if they all got one-shotted with Sogeki. Only two, just do a single attack then. I'll still huge shield, just in case. The Scorpions are level 6, which doesn't sound scary. Okay, 3 of them, Sogeki, huge shield, and just kill. Once Cecily knows Wall, we'll rely on that more than huge shield. I'm not entirely sure how those interact with each other. I assume that the wall gets applied first, and the attacks are also redirected to your Paladin, or excuse me, Lord, but I like Paladin a lot better than Lord. Okay, got him. Received some armor. Let's take a look at that. A white robe. Oh wow, defense 6! Did we just find something amazing? And it can be worn by bishops and ninjas. Should we put that on Izumi? Okay, 821 on the leather vest versus... Okay, never mind. 6-2... Oh, but it massively improves her dodge, which is what I want. Holy element. Raises special... I think that's what SP is. Magic defense and special defense. Can't be worn by evil characters, but our ninja's no longer evil, so that seems perfect. I'm gonna give that to Izumi. It slightly decreases her defense, but everything else about it is so much better, it's very worth it. Especially with that huge dodge bonus. That is save-worthy, too. Alright, aside from having to reload that terrible level on Ridge, which wasn't a big deal because we had to save almost literally right before it happened, this has been a pretty successful expedition here. And, you know, not counting the fact that Rakya's been dead the whole time. Poor Rakya. Well, huge shield. I'm still scared of the fighters. Flame field them. Okay. That went well enough. I think I feel confident enough to just beat them up now. Excellent. That went smoothly. Another secret door. Nice. Okay, so that once again leads out to the outer layer. So we begin to perceive a bit of how this floor is set up. There's kind of concentric layers. Sort of. It's not exactly like that. It's like it's just a onion layers, but there's a little bit of that sort of multiple layers thing going on. Oh, no CM swarms. Okay, they just ran away. Not much of a battle. You know, I feel like I should play something different than the battle music when we run into that situation. Wow, there's a lot of secret doors. Should we go through the secret door? It might be one way, but it seems like there's a lot of one-way doors that then have another one-way door immediately on the other side. At least that's something we've seen a few times now. Level 5 War Tiger is not scary. Level 11 Witch slightly is, and they can cast ranged magic, so go ahead and huge shield Radar. I think that works against single target magic. Let's go ahead and hit them with a flame field. Cecily, go ahead and cast an Ice Burst, too. The witches are ice resistant. Okay. Yeah, assassinate some of these witches. I don't care about the level 15 kobolds, even if they're level 15. I don't think they're scary. Just keep hitting the witches. Nice job, Izumi. I do like that. Ice cold Shini Nasai. Ice cold Cecily. Alright, let's get a little more aggressive here. Have Radar join in the attack. Although his damage is low enough that it's almost debatable whether he should just huge shield basically all the time for the added defense. Unless we know definitively that the enemies are really weak, as was just demonstrated. Okay. Yeah, that was a lot of damage Ridge just took. Fine. I've learned my lesson. Radar should probably just huge shield all the time when we're on a dangerous level. Especially while his damage output is kinda low, like it currently is. Once we get him a better weapon, it'll be a little more debatable whether he should huge shield all the time. Oh, that was a bad hit point roll. She neither gained nor lost any stats. That was a pretty terrible level, really. Still, she's at 143 hit points, which is pretty darn respectable. I mean, that's more than Ridge. And he's supposed to be a dedicated frontliner. Alright, she was correct. There was no trap. Okay, Radar. A hat +1. Is he wearing a hat? He wasn't. He is now. For that matter, is he wearing shoes? He is, but not shoes +2. There, I could have given him a nice defense boost the whole time. His defense must be humongous at this point. That doesn't need to be a mystery. We can check that. So, defense 29 on Ridge. 47 on Radar. That's gigantic. 38 dodge on Izumi, which is pretty huge. And of course our backliners are here. Valrus and Cecily are made of paper, but that doesn't really matter. Rakia's defense is 32, slightly higher than Ridge's actually. Regardless. Cecily, please heal Ridge. Yeah, at this point with Radar's defense being so gigantic and his offensive capability being pretty mediocre in general, on a dangerous level like this, unless we just know for a fact that the enemy group we're fighting is very weak, he should probably be huge shielding all the time. It'll make fights take a bit longer, maybe, not much longer. But it could prevent Ridge from getting killed, or Izumi, or, you know, anybody really. Could prevent a TPK, so... Maybe I should light a torch, just so we can see good old friend Darkness Zone. Hello, Darkness, my old friend. Oh, we can see a little better now. I mean, duh. We know that we can see a little better when we light a torch. That's the whole point of doing it. Okay, is that an undead goblin, which has at least a small chance of Alright, you know what? This might actually be a situation where there's honestly just no reason to use Huge Shield. I don't think this is threatening. There is a non-zero chance of getting a Grim Circlet out of this fight, I think. We're at 3 out of 5 now? Is that the case? Alright, nice. Alright, I thought Cecily was close to a level, which is why I felt pretty okay about having her spam her mana points. Okay, that was a great level. Like, by her standards, 15 hit points is a lot. She gained a lot of stats. Fantastic level. That's the kind of level I like to see. And she learned more white magic, finally. White Heat. Issues forth a wave of pure holy light that strikes a powerful blow against an entire group of opponents. That sounds pretty good. Shining Impact. Blast of divine light upon a single target. Drain life. So it's vampirism. Okay. A lot of offensive themed ones on the 4th tier of white magic, I see. Volcanic Field and Iceberg Rain. Okay, both she and Valrus have that. Sweet. That's save-worthy. I think I can go about 5 more minutes, and then I should probably call it an episode. Oh, we got anti-magicked. Oh, a treasure chest. Poison Needle. Izumi has still never failed a single time with traps or locked doors. That's incredible. Okay, a regular hat. Is there anybody who's not wearing a hat at this point? Looks like maybe Izumi isn't. So many cowboy hats to go around. Oh, another chest. Okay, we found the treasure room. Magic Drain. Terrible. Trap. Successfully disarmed. Tool. Is this just a magic torch? No, it's a vulnerary. Tool is an odd thing to call a vulnerary. But I guess tool means consumable, basically. I'll take it. Having an extra method of healing is not a bad thing. Yep, we found the treasure room. Oh, that was a one-way door, apparently. But like I was saying about one-way doors in one direction, then another one on the other direction. And of course that puts the magic torch out too. Okay, Valrus, turn the levitation back on. Oh, he is now out of that slot. Oh, and I guess the torch also could have gone off naturally, but because they don't last forever, but I think it was the anti-magic that turned it on. It is called a magic torch, after all. Okay, some unknown level priestesses. Go ahead and use shield. Oops. Here we go. Hit him with a... Right, Valrus is low on spell slots, but Cecily just got a level, so go ahead and flame field them. Oh, I didn't quite catch that. Watashi no Majutsu, which would mean my magic. I think she said that, but I didn't catch the end of it. Hopefully we'll hear it again later and there won't be a bunch of loud sound effects playing over it. Nice job, Izumi. We got a sword. One nice thing, okay, another long sword, about this game versus Class of Heroes, the first one, is although it has the same annoying inventory system, and in fact, your inventory is even more constrained in this game because unlike Class of Heroes, you don't have a wow, teleporters everywhere, and a shock tile. You don't have a like satchel to go with everyone's individual inventory. You only have the individual inventories. There's no crafting system, so we're not constantly filling up with just random garbage crafting items. So even though we only have the characters' individual inventories to worry about, our inventories don't fill up nearly as much, and we don't have nearly as many inventory problems as in the first Class of Heroes, and I appreciate that a lot. And we're actually going to call it there. Slightly shorter episode this time, but still over half an hour, so not drastically short or anything. And now I'm off to play some golf, which I suck at, so I just do it for fun. Alright, have a good one, everybody. And I will see you in the next episode for some more exploration of Dungeon of Trials B4. I'll see you then.